Dowie. Beautiful, beautiful move on silver. Oh my goodness. And I am officially part of the team over with Trade the Pool. So you guys will be seeing me regularly over there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 9 until 10. So I will be ending at Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 9 a.m. And I just need to do one quick thing here. We'll deal with that later. All right, all right. Okay, let's turn on some tunes. Log in over here with upbeat.io. Love it. All right, I can turn that down a little bit. Shovel. Great day, great day. All right, we've got glue up. Let's look at silver futures. Holy moly. Look, we hit 82.40, 81, 82.67, 81, 423. So this is kind of what I'm seeing now, right? Great day, Glenn. 82.67. Yeah. Okay, so here's our high. So I'm feeling like we're going to see a pullback down to 72. They've sold up here for the new year for now. So right now I am trimming my silver positions based off of that. So if you are in silver and you are thinking, hey, they could just stop it right here at 77.54. Let's zoom it in. Let's expand this. Isaac was here yesterday. He was here. You didn't see him yesterday? He said, good morning. All right, so 77.54 might be where they stop it, but they didn't stop it at 79.50. Pretty much it hit my target yesterday. Also on SLV, I got out at 73.73. Very happy that I did that. This was after hours over here. Let's put on a 45-minute chart. So after hours, it really hit there. 73.73. I mean, like, I totally rocked that while I was out buying a new iPad. So maybe we need to check out Apple because iPads were in low demand, MacBooks low supply in Canada. So that's leading me to believe that we're going to see us move up for Apple based off of supply in stores. So if that's any indication of what their holiday sales reports are going to be like, get ready. I would totally get ready. All right. So I think we're going to look at Apple today. We're definitely going to check out Glue. We're going to check out Mobileye. We're going to check out Nokia moving to the upside as well. Let's bring it back over here. Let's look at Apple as well. Apple is moving down, but look at that bigger volume that came in right there. Let's also go to Moby, tick trading. Let's see if that was my password that I saved. Now let me save that. Where are you? Why isn't it letting me save? So let's also look at Moby tick over here, right? So it's been a little bit. Silver, they did sell at 73.03. Oh my gosh, look at that. They sold at 73.03. I think I need to get out a little bit. Great day, Gilbert. Great day. All right, so VOO, SPY, they sold 65 million. Well, hold on, maybe not sold. And Q's and the Russell. Gold as well, IVV. All right, the Googs, I got to call it that because I have one of the pucks. So these are our big moving stocks from Tuesday, big moving stocks from Monday, Tesla as well, Bank of Nova Scotia, interesting. IWD is the Russell 1000. We have the Russell 2000. So we've somewhat seen across the board that we're getting bigger prints on the indexes. We don't see the Dow yet. Usually when we see the Dow, that's a signal that everything is done. and it's going to move, right? So let's get into what we are going to cover today. So let's take this off of the 45-minute. Let's make this a 24-hour. I'll make this one 45 minutes. I like the 45-minute chart to see a pattern. You can see we sort of have a little island gap going on here. They tested it. They have not bumped it up. If we get above 263, that's going to be a continued move. We're hitting the 90-day simple over here. I'm feeling my gut saying watch Apple today, especially with, we have the announcements that really no announcements yesterday and Monday, but today we have non-farm employment numbers, 41, so lower than expected. Could pull back. Job reports coming in at 10 a.m. And then we have job cuts and unemployment claims on Thursday. Here's the thing, with all the AI, I would expect unemployment claims to go up. The more of a push of, what is it? Overall income for everybody. Can't think of the word, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm going to put Apple on down here, 14.76 billion. Our big money point of control from earnings is where? Right up here at 272.07. All right, let's look at our big guns. Nvda, big money is still below, and we are up on the day. I'm anticipating Nvda to hit 225. That is my target because we have so many quarters below us over here. We're looking at 181.01 for a big money level. Let's also check out Tessie. XLE is big on the move. Look at that. Tesla hit that 90 and somewhat rebounded. Big money is up here at 446.46. All right, let's just look at XLE Energy right now. Up, advancing, pulled back to the moving average, and could very easily move up again. This is our energy. We've got energy that's going to be powering data centers, right, for AI systems. So all of that goes hand in hand. We see that it hit, oh my goodness, the 161 and reversing. So XLE, let's look at the XLE holdings as well. Let's go to XLE. See that? No. Here, XLE. There we go. Let's click on this and let's look at our holdings here. Number one holdings, ExxonMobil, Chevron, ConocoPhillips, Schlumberger, SLB, Williams Company. Actually, never heard of that. EOG and Phillips, Valero, Kinder Morgan. Interesting. I thought that they were a chocolate company, right? Marathon Petroleum. So our top 10 right there to keep an eye on for the energy sector for big movements. All right, just on the side note, let's put on Glue over here. Glue is lower float, 45 million, had a major run. We're talking about over on Trade the Pool, okay, if you guys want to check it out, that we're creating a bot live during the day to show you how easy it is. And Trade the Pool is a prop firm. I need to add my link somewhere for you guys. Maybe I should put it on my carpeprofit.com. All my training stuff is over there at carpeprofit.com, my ebook as well. So this is lower float, 45 million. We'll just throw a line up here and we'll throw a line right here and we'll make this 5. All right, so we've got somebody over here, consistency spike from Twitter, GVH and nice. Well, let's look at these over here. Boom. GVH and nice. We'll add that on. The meme ETF. Yeah, I was checking that out the other day. All right, so Glue, 45 million. Let's put on our point of control over here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. All right, 1431. All right, let's also check out Mobileye. Mobileye. I. Right here, 1181. 208, 1181. Beautiful. That's kind of like the SMR chart from yesterday. You can see it came up. We tested and look at all of these quarters. We have 3 quarters below us. So looking for a break of that 1987, they repositioned. They flipped from 35 to 1987. So now we've got 3 quarters worth of big money volume below. So that to me is pretty indicative that this could really move to the upside. Nuclear power, XLE, all that sort of stuff combined together with AI chips. Silver is being skyrocketed up, being consumed faster than it is being produced. So all that to be said, silver, let's look at Novo Nordisk as well. Advancing today for the pharmaceutical sector. Could also be part of the drug talks with Trump, right? All about dropping the costs over the next couple of years so everybody can, it's no longer, they want to say it's no longer a willpower issue for losing weight. Just buy a GLP-1 blah, 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 and you'll be fine. You can lose weight, no problem. But what about the muscle mass loss? What about all of that? All right, so silver is pulling back, anticipated. I'm gonna put it over here. I anticipate that to pull back further. I'll show you my potential buy-in level that I would anticipate for silver to be an optimal entry right over here. Looking for $66. All right, that's what I'm looking at. You could be a little bit more conservative and look to get in around 68. But we have already had a sizable pullback. And since the beginning of the year, big money is up here at 69.50. 69.50. Float of 213. Hold on, maybe that's incorrect. Let me see. 538. Yeah, incorrect. 538 million. All right. Let's also check out BMNR. Pulling back. Coin has more movement. I'm going to go coin today for our sort of Bitcoin trade. I also just saw this morning at the gym early that Morgan Stanley is creating an Ethereum trust spot ETF. So I anticipate that we're going to see Ethereum gaining some traction and some big volume just off of that news that they're going to be buying. But if the price drops and they're buying, then likely that's going to create a lack of movement, I would say. Let's go to Micron. Micron has a big top. Oh my goodness, look at that. Hitting the megaphone and slowing down. I'm going to say Micron's going to be a bit of a short here. Back on down to likely the 161, 189 longer term. So we're also going to check out Micron and see if we had any big sales yesterday on. Great day, Frank. How's it going? How's it going? 266.07. Let's check it out on Moby. Let's see what we have going on for Micron. Did we get big sells? I feel like we did. Let's expand this full screen. You won't be able to see it full screen, but I will. I can show you. All right. 500,000. Really, we don't have any super big sales over here. 1219, that was the most recent. Nothing big. Let's go smaller size. Let's go 400. Nothing since really 1223 for Micron. So we've just been bullish since 1223 right here. No big trades thus far. something I do like to do is when it breaks out from over here, is check out to see where the big money is. So big money looks like it's still right here, 285.27. I'm going to save it on there. And if it moves, we know that they're starting to position, right? All right, today's the 7th. Let's save it there. Yep, all is good. All is great. Had a good morning workout. All right, so let's bring this back over so you guys can see that as well. All right, Micron, GDX is pulling back. BP, Shell, Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab. All right, I'm going to go Rocket Lab. That's the biggest percentage mover. That means biggest potential for gains, right? When we have a gap. Rocket Lab, Gaparoo, 486. And our big money pulling control. Somebody is messaging me. 42.23. Let's see what's happening. Okay. All right. So we've got that all set up. Let me tweet out what we're going to talk about. If you all have any stocks you would like me to talk about, go ahead and put it in the chat. We're also going to do our limits right here, daily limits, 691, 81, 623, 42, 256, 08, 494, 61. There we go. Take a pic, show you that. Have you guys capitalized on the amazing silver trade? Ooh. Uh-oh. That's okay. I can change that. Apparently, I did not. All right, let's post that up. Rocket Lab, Micron, SanDisk. Yes, thank you, SNDK. That's right. We were talking about that yesterday on Trade the Pool and Saidu. Got it. Got it. Okay, I just need to go back here just for a second and grab a little. I just need to grab this. Copy. Put that there and save that. Perfect. Okay, so let me tweet out what we are talking about over here today. I forgot to pin this. Getting back in the swing of things so that that's at the top. All right, let's post out. You think the energy, hold on, I gotta slide this over so I can see. Trade is going to be down for the next couple of days, especially big oil. It's not just energy though, Lorenzo. Let's go, I'll put this on XLE for you just somewhat to look at. This overall, let's make this a full screen. Ooh, not what I meant to do. All right, let's make it a full screen and let's make this 3 days. So you can sort of get the noise out of it, or maybe even 3 weeks, a weekly chart, right? So you want NVAX? My dad was a fan of NVAX. I tried to get him to sell it when it went above 200 because he bought it at 68 cents. You know, don't trust your daughter, the trader. Then the second time it popped back up, so he then sold. I'm like, thank you, Dad. Thank you for locking some profit. Thank you. It's painful for me to see that you're not locking profit. I don't want to pay taxes on it. Okay, great. Paying taxes on a profit is a blessing. All right, Nvda, Tesla, but that's the way he traded. He's like, I don't want to, no, I'm a long-term investor. Okay, Dad. Well, he's no longer here, and the stock has plummeted again. After that, though, he kind of took my advice a bit more. And I tried to tell my mom to buy silver physical when it was $18 an ounce. Did she? No. All right, let's do GBH. Nice. Nice to meet ya. Meme, SNDK, Saidu, and Novavax. We can check that out. Let's see. Upcoming stock splits. Yeah, 2026. Let's do it. And must see stock picks. No, splits. Splits. 10 stock splits. Calendar. Here we go. Ticker date. I will just put that right in the chat. Copy. And there we go. So that does have upcoming splits. It does not look like it's on the, unless it's in the, they've been voted on with the proxies. I want to say that's a S6 for the proxies, for their form filings, you know, so playing around with this. There we go. Better. All right. So it looks like, you know, we're topping out here. If I were to, just for fun, put on we can see that it's outside of the 70% volume here, and that came back in towards the mean. Big money is at 44.39 for just a random date that I picked back March of 22. So if we want to go all the way back to, let's call it 22, January 3rd. Oh, well, anyways, right here. Okay, 46.50. If we go above that, good chance that this will continue to the upside. And if it goes below 39, thank you, Lorenzo, for the thank you. Then right now we're sort of in this 70% zone. Once we break out of that, then we could likely see a bigger move up. And if we break above 50, obviously we're going to see a major move, right? But that's what I see for the moment for XLE. Let's get into the crypto segment. It's 8:36. Awesome. We've got time. So if you are new to the live stream, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Always love the banter we have going a lot on YouTube. Also, if you are on Twitter, if you take your phone, you turn it horizontal, you will see it along the bottom down here for texting, or not texting, but for commenting. All right, let's look at Bitcoin. What do we have going for the year so far? This gray line is my 2026, 92,514. It is going to fluctuate a bit here for the big quarter price, because this is where the big money is. What's the big money? It's the person with the biggest wallet, biggest account that can manipulate the stock. Jane, there's no manipulation in the stock market. Watch and see. You will see that the big guys, the biggest wallets, manipulate the price action. They do it on sub $5 stocks, and they do it on bigger stocks as well. Bigger stocks, bigger wallet, bigger account size, and more manipulation. It's a little easier for the really big guys to do it on the stocks that have a lot of volume, because then their positions are seen, the opposite, are hidden more easily. On the $5 and less stocks, when there's low floats that are running, those big trades that you can watch on the level 2, that ticker tape will also tell you when somebody's getting in and getting out. You can do hidden trades in the dark pools on interactive brokers. You can do an iceberg type trade where you're only showing, say, 10 shares, 100 shares when you want to trade millions. So it is possible. The computer just keeps refreshing. So what you see on the book is not always true. That being said, knowing where that big money is on the daily chart and on the intraday chart can help you have confidence that you have the big money at your back always, right? If the price is going up, then the big money is at your back on a long trade. If the price is going down, the big money is at your back on a short trade. You never want to be going against it like this, all right? Because that means you're going against the billionaires. Do you have the same amount to manipulate the market? Probably not. So it's better in this time, in this area, to be a conformist and go with the big money. All right. So right now, Bitcoin daily is right here at 92,514. We will see that this does tend to fluctuate a fair amount because it's still so early into the year. Quarter, I should say. 32.19 and 15 cents for the daily. Oops. XRP for the daily, well up above us there at 238.87. That has not changed for 2 days. XLM. XLM right here is at 0.234665. Did not change for 2 days. All right, let's look at Doge. Doge 0.15149 instead of 159. So that changed just a hair. This is a little too mellow jello for me. I need a little bit more. That's called fireside romance. We don't need to romance the market. Let's just, trade it. All right. Doge 0.1459. Beautiful. Solana, where's our gray line over here? 134.51. All right. This one sounds like the same. Love is in the air. No. Okay, Frank is saying it's a challenge to currently find something to store long-term retirement savings and Roth since S&P 500 is so high. Well, there's always ways to store money, right? You can also buy metals, physical metals in your Roth IRA, in your RRSP. You just have to look up how to do it. But you can own physical metals in your retirement accounts. And if you did that, you'd be up 300%. Just saying. All right, let's get into the intraday charts for Bitcoin for day trades. I'm going to look at what's happening for today's today's price action, with the big money. Big money right now is going to be right here, this red and yellow line. So the intraday level is 92,808.25. So when the price action is below, that's pretty much confirmation that they're selling at the moment. When we go above, then you can see that, yeah, it will be a long trade. So right now I am more short biased. That does not mean that you can't do a retracement trade, but I'm more short biased because that's where the longer term money trend is going. All right. So I would say short below 91,800, long above 93,000. All right, let's go to Ethereum. Yes, we have news that Morgan Stanley is going to be doing an ETF. Sometimes that means that they're looking to take it out. When they start advertising, buy, why are they marketing buy to everybody else? What are they doing with their own personal position, right? Why do they have to push it so strong? Are they really in the interest of making you money or themselves? Yeah. How many people clue into that? Big money levels right there. 3,200. No, 3,210 there. Okay. And big money's at 3,258.98. So potential short below 32.10, potential long above 32.65. Big money on the intraday is at 32.58.98. A reminder, if you guys are enjoying the live stream, hit the like, hit the subscribe, turn on notifications. Join me here every trading day at 8:15 until 9 o'clock. I'm then over on Trade the Pool Tuesday through Thursday in the mornings, 9 to 10. Sharing my thoughts and perspective over there as well. It's a team of us. So you get a team of different perspectives, and Trade the Pool also is a prop firm where you guys can qualify to be funded, to be a funded trader. All right, 2.24 and 2.29. Intraday, point of control is 2.2521. Boom, XLM. All right. 0.242 here. Oh, no. Nope. 0.242. I always forget the 0 on here. And we can put up here 0.237. 0.237. In a silver ETF, but added it like a baby spoon because it was going up so fast. Yeah, silver is one that they will move it and they won't let people get in. And I've really noticed that they are, yeah, perfect. There you go. See? Imagine if you'd bought some physical too. It pains me sometimes. I'm like, people that are chased, they had the chance to buy it when it was 18. Now that it's almost 100, they're really interested. Really interested. Well, it's like, why weren't you interested when it was less than 20 bucks? Why? Because it seemed too cheap. In the past, it's never gone that high. Well, there's paper evidence that it would go higher. All right, we're going to do right there. 0.15055 for Doge for potential long trade, or down here, 0.4688 for a short trade. So 0.14688 for a short trade, 0.15055 for a long trade. Made a mistake there. 0.15055 for a long. Big money's at 0.14875. There we go. When it is yellow, positioning, red, they've sold, green, they've bought. Those are on the daily. All right. I feel like I was screaming it from the mountaintops for years. On my Angela Miles daily, I'm like, the trade of the year, gold and silver. The trade of the year, gold and silver. For the past 3 years. It's outperformed Nvda. That was way cheaper. 136.50. I feel like it's going to be time to look at real estate soon. I think open 136.50 is going to be a good one to look at, and IYR for dividend payments. Intraday point of control on Solana's 138.15. Zcash. Zcash, oh, they sold. Looks like they're pulling it back. They have 2 quarters up here. All right, let's put it below. I would say we could do here, but you're going to get a bigger return if you go below 481. Or above right here for 98.50. Yeah, beautiful. All right, 481, 498.50, and big money's at 495.03. There you go. That is the crypto segment for today. Now we got the platinums right there too. All right, all right. Post that. Boom. Let me put that here too. There we go. And save blocked content. Okay, fine. Sounds good. Bye. All right, let's get into the stocks. We're going to do these, then we'll do our extras. All right, let's get into Nvda. Quick. Are the real estate ETFs of any value? Well, they do hold the... I feel like we're going to see a bottom in real estate this year. And so the returns could likely go only up, right? It is a limited supply. In a way, it is a commodity. 187.50 here for a potential short on Nvidia. And I like it. We'll pull this down here. 188.40 for potential long. You know, they do pay out monthly. Short volumes, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Check it out. Check it out. All right, short volume on Nvda is 41%. Jane, why do you check short volumes every day? To see if there's a potential for a short squeeze. I'll pop it open. Okay, looks like Tesla could have a potential pop at open. Glue was 50%. So we definitely had more volume than yesterday. Moby, 41%. Novo Nordisk, 43%. All right, let's go to GBH. Check that one out. 34%. Looks like people are buying. NVAX, 47%. Nice. 66% short volume from yesterday. That has the potential to pop. Pop potential. Meme is 32% short. Meme is very low float. SanDisk, 48%. And Saidu, 47%. We can also go up here to stock analysis and we can, no, that's not stock analysis. This is, I like that ticker date though. Meme stock ETF, the holdings right here on Applied Digital, ASTS. Applied Digital was a big mover. New Scale, ASTS. This only has, let's go to Wall Street Journal. Where's my Wall Street Journal? Here we go. Here we go. Meme. So if we go to the ETF itself, it's very low float, only 3 million. $7. You know what? Maybe I'll buy I might buy a couple of those to see if it will rock. It's a broader way to trade the meme stocks in general. All right, so we've got the Nvidia trade set up. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla down yesterday, 18 points. We seem to have a bottom. This looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like it. I like it. Okay, we need to get it back up above 446.46. How many? 2.89 billion. All right. 436 over here. Negative. Let's do 435.50 or a short below 434. 434, 435.50. All right, let's go to glue. Glue. Oh, that's not it. Glue with an E. All right, I'm going to make this a 45-minute chart over here so we can see the difference. All right, so I would say up above 23.50. Now, caution, this one is lower float, right? 23.50 for a potential long trade or a potential short trade. You can see this was where the points of control were. So really below 22.50, you might get stuck around 25, 22. Hey, hello. It won't let me move it. That looks interesting. All right, so 22.50. Big money right now is at 22.94. Amazon. Sure, we can check it out. Let's go Amazon quick. Oh, I wanted to look at Apple too. Apple, Amazon, up. Yes. Big money is down here. Right now, intraday 240.75. So it looks like they've sold up there a bit since yesterday. Feels like the market wants to come down and retrace a bit. That's what I'm feeling because we had the rally, we had the Santa Claus rally, and now it's ready for a bit of a retracement. We had positioning Monday and Tuesday, and now they're ready to take a profit in another direction. It's a 9-day and end of move, end of cycle. All right, let's go to Moby. Like this. Okay, glue as well needs to be yellow. It's less than 50 million. All right, let's put this back to a 24-hour chart. You can see that we have strong resistance up there. You saw it on the 45-minute chart. Where are my lines here? It is hitting the 161, the 200 exponential. We might see some stalling, especially with the big sells right there. Shorter term, we had big movement on it. With car AI information, Moby is a trade for that. So automated car movement, right? So if we do 13, I like it at 1370. Oh, you know what I realized? I turned off my pivots. No, no, they're on. Okay. It's just way below from the big move up. 14 and 1370 for Mbly. Let's go to Novo Nordisk. There's no green line. Do I not have a green line here? I do. Let's put that at 58. There we go. $57 and $56.40. All right, we're going to go over the indexes. I'm sorry I can't go through all these other ones. If you want to jump on over to Trade the Pool, I will be there. I will be giving my opinion over there in just 5 minutes. So I got to get set up, but let's go ahead and put up our 495.50. Big money's at 491.22. On the Dow, they moved it. They moved their position, 491.22. All right. So that is encouraging to see. 495. All right. 495, 495.50. Still greens, but they moved their position up. They might be getting ready for a sell. All right. 252.85, 1 penny move. We're still below on the Russell. Russell is 2,000 stocks, broader market. 256.50. And 256.20 there. All right, let's go to the Qs. Qs, we are above all of the quarters. 620.16, they moved that up a bit too. $623, $622.40. SPY. Hoo-wee, look at that. They moved their position up to 691.97. $692.40. I'll give you 24 cents. It's not a big trade. Or $691.39 here. $692.40. All right, there you go. That is it for today. I hope you have an amazing trading day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Join me over at Trade the Pool. I will be heading over there in 3 minutes. Don't just have a good day, have a great day, and I hope to see you over there.